Subscribe and ring the bell to never miss an update.
Hello everyone! Today on Lady Mary Bath, we are at MAM Resale. Let's get set for summer celebrations and America's 250th birthday. We can head on into the store to discover some amazing deals, festive finds, and hidden treasures for the summer season. Join me. It's always exciting to shop MAM Resale's store reset, where they have cleared out the store the previous Friday and Saturday with a half-price sale. Lots of shoppers lined up for all the deals. I prefer to shop this, where they have themes and great collections. It's not picked over, it's just waiting for you to discover. I'm loving this hand-knitted afghan in the red, white, and blue patriotic colors. And that is just a sample of things to come today. There is so much to discover for summer and some hidden gems. Welcome to Memorial Assistance Ministries Resale Shop, where every purchase helps build stable lives and hope-filled communities. It's truly the best way to shop. We are looking for firecracker deals, patriotic finds, and everything we need to set an Americana-inspired table setting. From great collections to hidden treasures, there's always something wonderful waiting for us just around the corner. Let's get started. As I enter the store, I always make a beeline for the glass cases, where we find some great collections. And there is so much more that we didn't cover today. You'll need to pop in and see what else is new. And there are quite a few owls. Someone donated an entire collection. These were quite popular in the mid-century. And these boxes you may recognize, sold in some high-end gift shops. And there's one that is for our very state of Texas. The tiniest tea set. We'll have a closer look at this in just a bit. But first, let's have a look at the owls. We'll pull some things out of the cases to get a closer look, and so much history to share here. It is a popular spot for resellers as well. Who knew? A wise collection of owls, a symbol of wisdom and knowledge. And there is a lot of history within all of these collections. Have you ever heard of Wade Whimsies from England? I will tell you more about the history. Fun fact, there were over 300 million figurines distributed. Wade Pottery is a British brand that was founded in 1810 by John Wade in Stoke-on-Trent. It wasn't until 1953 that these became popular, when Colonel Sir George Wade had a great idea to include these as premiums. They started their business making ceramics for the textile industry and for breweries. And by the 1950s, this became a staple in many households when they created these small animal figurines to be used as premiums for red rose tea. Imagine getting one of these in your tea box. And they expanded from Canada to the United States, and this became a staple in many households. The owl was the symbol of Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom. In some cultures, it represents good fortune and prosperity. Wouldn't that be interesting table conversation sharing the history? Mid-century entertaining. These sculpted owl place card holders are fabulous. A set of 7 for $20. They sell for about $10 to $20 each on the secondary market. There are collectors with the original box from Napier. These would also be great to use for your buffet, for certain dishes. It does not have to just be for an individual place setting. Small collectibles can make the greatest gifts, and perhaps you're looking for a new collection for yourself. And you don't have to have more than one. You could find one to be quite interesting and place it on your side table. I love the Limoges boxes. We're also looking at another line called Halcyon Days. And they have themes for certain occasions. That one was for a baby boy. And the small sweetheart box. And this one is quite unique. It is for Texas. If we open it up, it tells a bit of the history, all about friendship and presidents who were born in Texas. Also tells our history on the side, and if we turn it over, we see it is a limited edition. Box number 348 out of 1,000 made.
Halcyon Days boxes are highly collectible. This is a company that started in 1950 with Susan Benjamin in Mayfair, London. It revives the art of Georgian enameling over copper, and this is a company that is quite prolific, and they have some great keepsakes, including one from our great state of Texas.
A wonderful gift for your daughter. Two great options here. I think of how my life is blessed because you're my daughter. And these are brand new in boxes. That's the greatest part. You don't have to find your own packaging. And here are the Limoges boxes, a happy birthday teapot, pain main. We want to look for that. It means it is hand painted. I've shared lots of history on Limoges boxes and also my collection. Love the watering can. You could even place some flowers inside to present that when gifting.
A similar item, perhaps inspired by Halcyon Days, this is from Alistair Enamels, also made in the UK. They started in the 1980s, and unfortunately by 1999 they were no longer in business. This is one that is musical. Another great find.
The tiniest tea set, priced at $55. 2 teacups and saucers, a teapot, coffee pot, and a creamer with the tray. You probably recognize this. This trinket box is $48. Let's look at that back stamp. It is Limoges, made in France. That cobalt and gold is quite a popular collection. A Bakelite dresser set will also see another one in store today, complete with scissors and a button hook. That is turn of the century. And now we have some other interesting collections. Willow tree is popular, but I'm looking at the world in Technicolor. Let's talk about some of these collections.
A kaleidoscope of color, including 2 Lalique fish. This is a company that was founded in Paris in 1888 by artist and jeweler René Lalique. He was inspired by the Art Deco era and nature designs. The collection of fish, first hatched in 1913, made in a variety of colors. About 18 are available today, and sometimes they do reissue some. These retail for $135.
And the fish are priced at $89 for the amber and $95 for the green. Even better deal if you've saved your 20%. And here is a tip. The Houston Thrift Guide, new edition, is coming out any day. There is a 20% coupon in it from MAM Resale. Let's have a look at some of the sterling silver, not something you find every day in your local resale shop. Some wonderful pieces here. A sterling silver owl priced at $65. And a pair of shell-shaped dishes, $75.
Sterling silver treasures. The cost of metal has increased quite a lot, and of course this has been weighed to determine the value, but the quality and craftsmanship we don't find in newer pieces. This one is $525 and it weighs 220 grams. A great piece, and if you have your 20% off from your shopping trips, you can earn that. Would certainly help to make that a bit more affordable. And a silver owl, that's a great collectible. And some sterling silver shell dishes.
Another Bakelite dresser set with a pair of hair receivers. And in this case, we find a collection of trinket boxes. You want to grab some of those when you visit. And this, new in a box from the mid-century. Quite an unusual find, an incredible deal. I have one for sale in my eBay store, but you can't beat this price. Absolutely an amazing find. And here is the Val St. Lambert logo in the original box.
This Val St. Lambert centerpiece set is an exceptional find and well priced at $120. It sells for well over $400 on the secondary market. This 1960s beauty has a rich history, and they date back to 1826 near Liège, founded the site of the ruins of the former Val St. Lambert Abbey. They are known for their pure crystal, and they have cut to clear that is some of the finest quality. You want to look for that. And what an amazing find today.
And now for a patriotic look. We will all be dreaming in red, white, and blue as we celebrate America's big birthday this summer. We are gearing up for this. And I think you can find some better items when you shop a local resale than even retail. You find something that probably is back from the 70s when we had our bicentennial celebration. And here are some milk glass plates, an amberina bowl that we could use for a centerpiece. And look at these elegant glass plates from the Depression era, $10 each for America the Beautiful.
It's patriotic central here. We've got some great elements at the table and a wonderful start to build our place settings. The tablecloth looks like the star quilt pattern. We've got some milk glass from one of America's finest glass manufacturers, some spongeware that has its roots in Scotland, and some incredible finds. Let's have a closer look.
All the colors of freedom and perfect for our celebration.
A bit of nostalgia with these anchor honking gingham glasses with the wraparound screen print. They have these in 2 different sizes and the prices are great. This is a wonderful addition to our patriotic table.
You can see the seam of the screen print, priced at $3.50 each. That is a deal.
Milk glass is the little black dress of tabletop. Dress it up or down, it goes with everything. And I'm thrilled to find it for our patriotic table. It's a great symbol of American craftsmanship. This sweetheart pattern was made by Westmoreland. And what a deal for $6 a plate. These sell for $34 on replacements. This is a company that is known for their quality and craftsmanship, enough that they survived the Great Depression. The top quality you can find in vintage milk glass.
This low bowl would be ideal for a fruit salad. You can use it as the base of a centerpiece, which is what I have in mind. Let's have a look.
Spongeware was popular from about 1860 to 1880, first appearing in Scotland. It's achieved by dabbing or stamping paint onto ceramics and earthenware. It was also popular in England, Ireland, and Wales, and in the Americas too. This would be a great start for our centerpiece.
The star quilt, absolutely perfect for our setting. And I think that this was actually a quilt topper that has not been finished. It doesn't look like something commercial. I believe it is handmade.
A star quilt styled tablecloth. This is probably vintage from the 1970s. And it is 108 inches long, which is for the standard dining table where you can seat 6 or 8. And it is priced at $9. I am thrilled to find this tablecloth to anchor our setting.
Summer fun with flamingos. And if pink is not your color, we could look to some basic tabletop essentials with a classic white bone china. This has a textured band. Let's look at the back stamp. It is from Gorham, dishwasher and microwave safe. Good for every day. I'm loving these round mint green placemats. I can see a seashell theme with this as well. And the price is even better, and they are from Kustom, a company you probably recognize for those beautiful paper napkins. And maybe we could have a bit of fun with these chargers.
An everyday classic from Gorham. The Woodbury pattern launched in 2011 and has an embossed basket weave design. You could have some fun with this. Just add flamingos and a fun placemat.
There was a customer watching me with these flamingo chargers, and she grabbed them quickly. Loving the classic white.
A stack of mint snakeskin Kustom chargers. These are priced at $2 each. They have felt backing. They retail for $15. This is a nice neutral color. We could have some fun with this with flamingos. Starting with our Kustom mint snakeskin placemat. We can have some fun, just add flamingos, and then pair it with our classic Gorham Woodbury dinner plate. I can see depression glass with this. The possibilities are endless.
This pink checkered vase would pair nicely with that place setting. A stack of Haviland, New York floral plates. Look at that back stamp. These are made in America, whereas much of the Haviland comes from France. I've shared the history in previous segments. And may not go with flamingos, but you could pair that with some other tabletop essentials in your collection. Hummel figurines were hugely popular in the mid-century. The minimum starting price, brand new, $100 for each figurine. And of course that goes up to hundreds. I find that these are very affordable on the secondary market. Now is the time to buy them. When you shop flea markets in Germany, if you happen to find one, they are quite expensive. And this lamp is a hidden gem and a fantastic price at $85.
Hummel figurines first appeared in 1935, produced by Franz Gerber, a German porcelain manufacturer. These are very well priced and based on the original sketches of Bertha Hummel, who later became a nun in Bavaria and took the religious name Maria Innocenta Hummel. And they also have a lamp that is an exceptional find and a great price.
A pair of petite vases with the rose medallion. These are quite popular, and I have friends that are looking for plates, not necessarily vases, at $10 each. These sell the first day of the store reset. Love the gold rim. Fantastic find. That's the McKee Aztec punch bowl that I have in my collection. And some fun items here. I'm loving the pop of color with that aquamarine. I pulled some items of interest, and I will share a bit of history. And we'll have a look at these sugar shell spoons, $8.50 each. Many of these are from turn of the century or the early 1900s. With quadruplate, which is 4 times the normal amount of silver, that makes them a bit more lasting. But it doesn't mean that they've been plated 4 times. Some beautiful designs.
Some treasures in this case with some quadruplate and silver plate from turn of the century. This is from Reed and Barton. The sugar shell has a beautiful design. You could pair this with a small crystal bowl, great for gifting. And I'm eyeing this ladle that is silver plate from Holmes and Edwards. What a beautiful design, and it is $18.
I could not resist this ladle for $18. From Fenton, these are quite old with that top hat and the daisy and button design. This oval dish has a rich history. Priced at $25. I'll tell you all about it.
A small find with a bit of rich history. You may recognize the name Matryoshka in the tabletop industry. It's a company founded in 1920 by Rafi and Mildred Matryoshka to bring back some of the 1800s Chinese exports and historic patterns, some that are seen in palaces. This $25 dish tells us the history on the back, a reproduction of a Chinese export dinner service from 1800 to 1815. This piece is made in Portugal and would be a lovely gift. You could place some chocolates on top.
Vintage amber bottles, one with George Washington, elevated on an India Handicrafts beaded and pearled cake pedestal. Some vintage glass, and solid gold with a $4 gold bar, and some gold-rimmed porcelain pieces. The top shelf advantage. This area has some great finds, and one that has my attention. This sparkling beauty is most unexpected. Let's discover it together.
Some beauties and hidden gems. This is a Waterford Crystal 10-inch flared footed vase for $65, and with that additional 20%, if you've earned those points, I've been saving mine up and I get an even better deal. The current retail for a similar piece is about $375. It is made on the Lismore blank, a true beauty filled with flowers, great for gifting.
Gold-plated rose design pastry forks in the European size. $5 is a deal for the bundle. And a surprise punch bowl.
A Party Perfect Indiana Glass Company Lexington punch set. This is ideal for eggnog or for a holiday centerpiece, complete with the cups, well priced at $58. The Lexington appeared in the 50s and 60s with that ruby flashing and thumbprint design with these footed punch cups, ideal for a cold soup fruit cup or a Party Perfect punch.
A pair of silver-plated trumpet vases. Lots of glass, crystal, and cranberry glass. This one is ruffled. I'm loving this. It must have been donated by an antiques dealer. It's priced at $30. We do have an original sticker where they were charging $62 for this cranberry fluted dish. The King's Crown pattern you will recognize in this sherbet dish. I've shared lots of history at the Charity Guild and at Cherry Street Antiques and Tomball. The etched cranberry glasses, also with ruby flashing. Some wonderful additions. It's all about red, white, and blue, and a hint at things to come.
MAM is ready for America's birthday with this photo backdrop. It's time to set our Americana themed table for America's semi-quincentennial.
This is our starting point of items that I have pulled as we've been shopping the store. And there are some that we're not using and other things that we're still shopping for to complete the look. And with the July 4th celebration, we are definitely going with the red, white, and blue. You could, of course, have just a simple setting, but this year it is extra special.
We shopped the store for tabletop essentials, and now we will anchor our table with the star of the show, a 1970s tablecloth that is all about Americana.
We're starting with an inexpensive plastic charger, topping it with a 1960s vintage speckled blue enamelware plate, also known as a camping plate, ideal for outdoor entertaining as well. To add some texture and a bit of history, this Westmoreland forget-me-not plate in milk glass. Now we've added flatware and our gingham glasses. You will notice it matches the gingham design of our tablecloth.
You have to be flexible with the table setting. This was a smaller than expected table size, and we had to pivot with the centerpiece. I found this Chinoiserie vase, which adds some height and completes our patriotic display.
If your tablecloth is too long, you can use napkin rings to pull up the four corners. I shopped the seasonal section for the round top collection, nostalgic red trucks with the flags, the silk flowers, and Old Glory. It was that easy to shop this store. Simple red cotton napkins. I'm loving the gingham on gingham. And to think that many of these pieces were popular in 1976 for our bicentennial. You can also place white hydrangeas in this Chinoiserie vase and add some flags. Even the blue and white transferware would work well. With this setting, it doesn't have to just be solid colors. There are many ways that you could style your Americana-inspired setting. Lots of customers and viewers were interested in the table, and of course everyone wanted to buy the tablecloth, which again I think is a quilt topper.
It's this easy to shop your local resale store to pull together the elements of the table to celebrate America's semi-quincentennial, our 250th birthday this July 4th. I'm loving the gingham tumblers from Anchor Hocking, my favorite tabletop essential today. Would love to hear from you in the comments what your favorite part of the table is.
It almost looks like lace with these milk glass plates. And I shopped the home section and found another very important addition for our place setting.
You'll notice that we've incorporated mostly casual additions, and I've added the corn on the cob holders for $2 each because that is the perfect summertime addition. I can imagine a family gathered around, perhaps even celebrating outside. This can go from indoor to outdoor, especially with our enamel campfire plates.
It's been fun shopping this store for a patriotic setting, and MAM has some specials from now until July 4th.
So glad you joined me today for MAM Resale. We had such fun shopping the store for amazing deals, hidden gems, and all of the tabletop essentials for our Americana-inspired setting. My favorite find of the day is the Waterford Crystal vase for such an amazing price. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Bath. Elevate your everyday with thrifting.